Hi, my name is Karen, and today I'll be telling you a draw and tell story. First, I'll go over what it is, how it works, and what the purpose is. A draw and tell story is a great way to engage children during story time. How it works is the storyteller draws shapes or lines, sometimes letters or numbers, one by one as the story unfolds. Each represents things that are happening in the story. At the end, these shapes have created a picture that sums up the story. Draw and tell stories offer some unique opportunities in storytelling. As the story is told, the structure of the story itself becomes visible as it is drawn. Some stories are interactive and invite simple dialogue, which practices conversational skills with the children. Children see shapes, letters, or numbers being drawn, so they're observing that and they predict what comes next. They're also developing listening skills and they're learning to pay attention to details. It also stretches their recall ability. All these things help them explore language, and these are important steps in developing literacy and reading readiness. So what age range are draw and tell stories most appropriate for? I would say preschoolers. Toddlers might be too young to sit through a whole story, and older children might find them too simple unless a more complex story is drawn. But preschoolers are at a great age where they can have a sense of accomplishment by guessing what the picture is going to turn out to be. And it's really fun and a delightful experience for them. They're also in the stage of learning shapes, letters, and numbers. So this reinforces that learning and it shows them creative ways to use these in their own drawings, which they're beginning to do. And these drawings contribute to literacy skills and writing skills. Where would you use it? Draw and tell stories can be used anywhere story time is being told, in a public library or in a preschool classroom, and even at home. All you need is a whiteboard or a chalkboard or a large piece of paper. What are some effective techniques? Draw and tell stories are fairly simple to execute. In order to do this, you choose a story that's simple and easy to draw. You'll need to practice a few times to memorize the sequence of events and to figure out your spacing on the page. Do you want to start lower because the story will go up higher, or do you want to start in the middle and have enough room horizontally? But you don't need to draw well because children are pretty forgiving about that and they'll figure out what you're doing. One popular book with a lot of examples is called Draw and Tell by Richard Thompson. There's a lot of good ideas in here. So why did I choose the story that I did? I chose a story called Mrs. McGregor's Salad. It happens in the springtime, and I chose it because it's spring and it's easy to remember the sequence of the stories. And it's pretty simple to draw. So let's jump in. This is called Mrs. McGregor's Salad. One warm, sunny spring day, Mrs. McGregor decided she wanted to have a salad for her lunch. So she went into the kitchen and she took out her salad bowl. Do you know what shape that is? That's right, it's a circle. The day before, she had pulled and washed some carrots that she grew in the garden, and that sounded really delicious for lunch. So she looked for those. She couldn't find them, but she did come across some radishes. So she sliced those and she put two slices in her salad. One, two. She really wanted those carrots, so she looked again. She couldn't find them, but she came across some olives. You know, those green kinds with a little red pepper on top? And she thought, ooh, that sounds delicious. So she put two olives in her salad. And while she was in there, she found a piece of cheese, and that sounded so yummy. Do you know what shape that is? That's right, it's a triangle. She still wanted those carrots, so she looked some more and she found pepper that she had sliced before. When you cut a pepper open, it has half circles. She really wanted those carrots, so she looked and she found celery. So she put some celery in her salad. Do you know what that shape looks like? It looks like a rectangle. She wanted those carrots, so she was wondering where they had gone. She decided to look in the living room, thinking maybe she left them there. And this is the path she took all the way around the living room. And you know what? In the middle of the floor, there was a carrot. Oh, she was so happy. That seemed a little odd. And there was only one of them, so she decided to go in her dining room to look. And this is the path she took all the way around her dining room. And you know what she found in the middle of the floor there? She found another carrot. She thought, that's really odd. I don't remember bringing them in here. And just then she saw some movement underneath the couch. So she got down on her hands and knees and she looked under the couch and she saw a white fluffy tail. And do you know what that was? That's right. It was part of the bunny. The bunny had stolen her carrots. The end.